I feel like every company is making a NAS now. I feel like we're seeing something similar to the mini PC hype of just a few years ago. I mean, I can think of a time where the only off-the-shelf NAS devices that I could even come up with were Synology and QNAP. And now looking around my room, I see at least a half a dozen different brands with a similar desktop NAS solution. And today we are looking at one from AUStore. This is the AUStore WTR Max. And if this video seems unscripted and super unprofessional, it's because it is. But anyway, that's what we have here today. We're going to take a look at it, just me and you, and I guess you back there as well. You can come look too. Now, I am going to start on the specs and the hardware, and legitimately, I have not powered this thing on yet. I think, yeah, I still have the stickers on the front here. So specs wise, this thing is actually a beast. So you can see we have 7 bays up here. Now that is strange, right? 7 bays. Why would you have 7 hard drive slots? No, 6 hard drive slots, and one is for, I think it's this one, your SSDs, which is pretty freaking cool. I did install the hard drives. That's all I've done. I think I put 4 hard drives in here and 1 SSD. So you get this little caddy here, which holds 4 SSDs for, I assume, caching or just fast storage pools. And what I really like about it on here that I thought was a neat little touch is on here, you can see they've listed the speed or the lanes of each NVMe slot. So you can see we have 2 1s, a 2, and this other one that I already have installed is a 2 as well. Nice touch. I appreciate that. Standard drive sleds. It's toolless, so no screws. Very nice. It fits hard drives. Yeah, there's mounting points for SSDs as well. Honestly, the build quality is really, really good. All metal. 2 fans in the back. On the front, I'm out of frame here. Super professional, right? You have a screen, SD card slot, USB-C, USB-A, your power button, and around the back, let's get this out. Look at the size of this power brick, by the way. This thing's massive. A headphone jack, which everyone needs in a NAS. Headphone jack, DisplayPort, HDMI, 2 more USB Type A's, another USB Type C, this one USB 4, Oculink, wild. 2, I think 10 gig slots and 2 10 gig SFP Plus ports. I think these RJ45 ports are 10 gig. Oh my God, Brett, best YouTuber ever. The RJ45 is 2.5 gig, but still interesting. I can't say that I've ever seen SFP Plus on an off-the-shelf NAS. I can't say I've ever seen Oculink on an off-the-shelf NAS. Neat. Oh, specs. The default option in here, straight from their website, 96 gigs of RAM ECC with an AMD R7 Pro 8845HSV Enterprise CPU, $1,239. I mean, that's expensive. What if we didn't know RAM? I can't even click that option. Maybe when this video is live or maybe when you're watching, there's different options, but as of right now, $1,300. I'm just looking at their advertisement page. Expanding boundaries, Oculink flexible extension, and they have it connected to a GPU. 10 gig optical port, Glacier Pro cooling, screen, 3 screen independent system, 4K 240 hertz ultimate visual feast. Feast? You think they meant fest? I don't know. Let's just get into it. You guys probably want to see the insides, you perverts. So surely this is how you open it, right? Imagine reading the manual. I don't know that did anything, but there are some hex screws here. This video is sponsored. Just kidding. Yep, T8, you're welcome. How's your day going? I feel like we need to start listening to each other more. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. So tell me, how are you actually doing? I know, I've been there. I feel you. All right, let's see if we're in. Aha. Whoa. You have a fan on the bottom too, cooling some VRMs, your RAM. So you have access to your RAM right here, 2 DDR5 SODIMMs, and another NVMe slot. I guess that's all you really need access to, right? Yeah. All right, cool. That's how you get in. And I mean, if we're being completely honest here, I don't think anyone really cares about the specs so much of a NAS, like these off-the-shelf NAS devices. And I say that while someone's probably already like, no, you need them because I run Docker on them and I need all the power. So I get why you'd want higher specs, but for the people who just want a NAS, a lot of this stuff is extra. Anyway, what really matters is the software, and I really don't know what to expect. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of generic, rebranded, just basic NAS operating system. I could be wrong. Again, I haven't turned this on. I'm legitimately turning this on for the first time. And I'm guessing maybe I plug in HDMI just to see what comes up. All right, noise test. Fans are not loud at all. Like I can barely hear them. Very quiet. Outside of the hard drives. That's good. Is our screen working? Ooh. O-Star. I got my laptop because I know I'm going to have to access some type of UI over the web. Do we have an IP address? I was hoping there'd be some type of like, here's your IP on the screen. We have an IP address. Nothing happens when I go to it. Surely you don't have to set this up locally. I'm going to plug in HDMI. Oh, that was unexpected. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I did not see this coming preloaded with Windows. Don't know why I didn't expect that. Guess it's not that crazy, but this is a Windows machine. All right. I guess that explains the Oculink and the display out. I don't need this apparently. Interesting. All right. Wow. I feel like an idiot. All right. I'm just going to go through the Windows setup process and I'll see you guys back here. All right, we're back. That was painless enough. And we are in Windows here. And I know there's a lot of mixed reviews about that. Some people may be excited that this ships with Windows and can be used as a regular computer. And I'm sure a lot of you are cringing and rolling your eyes at that. Honestly, you want to put TrueNAS, you want to put Unraid, you want to put Open Media Vault, you want to run Proxmox, anything, it doesn't matter. You can put it on here. Just reinstall the operating system you want. But that's really messed with how I wanted to review this thing because I was expecting to go in and review a brand new NAS operating system, but we're, I guess, reviewing it as a Windows device now. So I went ahead and ran just the standard benchmarks, and I kind of want to go over what I've seen here. So first off, obviously you have to run Cinebench, and multi-core score of 801 in Cinebench 2024, which puts it right smack dab between a Threadripper 1950X, which is super old, but more commonly a Ryzen 7 5800X, and just above an Apple M1 Max, which is a pretty powerful chip. So, I mean, you get a fairly decently powerful chip in here. Is it going to blow your pants off? No. But I mean, it's very usable. And then, obviously, we had to run Geekbench. And Geekbench, the GPU score, because as we'll see in a bit, this has a Radeon 780M. Integrated graphics in here, so you do get decent graphics. I mean, it's not AMD's newest integrated graphics, but it'll get the job done. And one thing I did notice is that you get dedicated encoders on this integrated graphics for H.264, HEVC, and AV1. Decent score in Geekbench 6. CPU scores, single core 2388. 217 on the multi-core. Compare that with your favorite processor. Let me know how it compares. But I mean, it's a solid processor. I mean, it's gonna be fine. I then wanted to test the speed of the NVMe drive that is installed in here, which we saw was a crucial, I think P4, 1 terabyte Gen 4 drive, 3500 on the reads, 3400 on the writes. Those speeds are going to depend highly on your use case and how you're using it. But in a straight up Crystal DiskMark test, here's the numbers, do whatever you want with that info. One thing I did want to note here is that while running all of these benchmarks, the max temperature we got on the CPU was just 71 degrees. And I'll be honest, the fans were not loud at all. Very, very quiet. So if you plan on having this on your desktop and you plan on running synthetic workloads for some reason, or any workloads, because this CPU is maxed out, it's not going to be that hot and it's not going to be that loud. In hardware info, you can see some more information about the system itself. So if we go in here, you see this is a 6-core or 8-core, 16-thread processor. It has a TDP of 45 watts. Maybe that's why we're seeing only 71 degrees when it's maxed out. Here's our integrated graphics, the Radeon 780M, PCI Gen 4, 16 lanes dedicated to it. That's nice. RAM, we have 32 gigs. And then you can drill down into all the different components, and the chipset as well, everything down in hardware info. It's broken out here. I really like using this application, but here you can see our network controllers. We get Intel NICs in here for the 10 gig, as well as for the 2.5 gig. So strictly Intel. So that's nice. You probably also noticed that I busted this out. This is the Minis Forum Oculink dock. Obviously, this isn't sponsored by AUStore because I don't think they'd let me show a Minis Forum product. But hey, if AUStore wanted me to not do that, they probably should have sent a dock. I don't even know if they have one. But this is what I had laying around. So I am going to plug this in and try out a GPU in here. First off, how about we just look at the storage? Because I guess this is marketed as a NAS, right? You can use it for whatever you want. Again, that line is very blurry, but in Windows, since that's what we're in, you're going to have to do a storage space. Yay, storage spaces. No drives work with storage spaces. Make sure that the drives you want to use are connected. Let me check something. Oh, I think these are all just formatted weird. How about we just wipe these? Okay, since we wiped one, there's one. I'll wipe the rest of them. What?
I got something more exciting. Can you help mount cabinets?
Oh, yeah, let me just finish this video. Here, come say hi to everybody.
Does it look bad?
No, you don't.
You only make me go on camera when I'm greasy and haven't showered.
Guys, look, I have a wife, I promise. Like, she's right there. Everyone comment, you're not greasy. Say, that's the least greasy person I've ever seen. Okay, so now we have 4 unformatted drives that we can use for our storage spaces. So let's go ahead and do that. Create pool. Can't create pool. Okay. The physical disk sector size is not supported by the storage. That's annoying. How about we do a little, what we call in the business, a reset, reboot. I didn't even get that right. So I'm going to do that and plug in the Oculink with the GPU and see how that works. We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, we're frozen. Like nothing is happening. This doesn't seem to like my Oculink setup here. Oh, wait, okay, wait, oh, hold on. Oh God, it's so laggy. Yeah, this, I don't know. All right, well, that was a huge failure. I've used this before with other Oculink machines with no issues, and it would just freeze up. Whether I plugged it in after turning it on, whether I left it plugged in or restarted it, super laggy or just freezing, black screen, restarting. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but if you sell a product and it's not as intuitive as plugging it into something and it just working like it should, then that's an issue. Whether it's a huge issue and this doesn't work completely, I don't know. This isn't a full in-depth review. I'm not lazy. Not. Hopefully that update and restart fixed the storage spaces issue with the drives. I'm guessing it did since I just removed all the partitions. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, we're good. We'll call this hopefully works. Two-way mirror? No, let's do Parady's Windows or storage spaces version of RAID 5. So we're in 43 terabyte disk here. And let's run a benchmark on it. Ooh, 400, 408, 500. Okay, pretty decent, right? Or reads. Let's see what we got on the writes. 129 initially. I'm guessing, I mean, it's gonna be slower considering it's parity, and while writing, it has to calculate that parity bit. It's fine. It's not ZFS. You're not getting a RAM cache or an SSD cache. You do have those SSD slots in here that you could use for whatever you want. You can make an NVMe storage space if you want, and that'll go much faster. But yeah, what did we get out of this? Okay, so here's the thing. Like I mentioned before at the beginning of the video, there are plenty of options out there if you want an off-the-shelf NAS, meaning a small compact box that makes it easy to install hard drives and is designed to be used as a NAS. Whether or not that comes with a dedicated software, and you have something like this that says, hey, we'll give you the hardware. You can install whatever operating system you want on there. And to some degree, I appreciate that because they're not going to say, hey, we're going to spend a lot of money and a lot of time spitting out some half-assed operating system. There's plenty out there that you could use. You just install whatever you want on here. We'll even give you Windows. Sure, use it if you want. But $1,000, I don't know, because I don't know who is buying this. If you want a NAS, you're probably just going to buy something that comes with a dedicated NAS operating system ready to go to install your storage, to install Docker, to run virtual machines. If you wanted a computer with room for storage, you'd probably just get one of those. I don't know. I really don't. It's got some cool features. It has some potential cool features. One being the screen that says AUSTAR on it. I mean, come on. Look at that. You don't get that everywhere. I mean, when you forget what the brand is and this is covered, now you know. Jokes aside, the dual 10 gig SFP Plus ports, awesome. Occulink would be awesome if it worked. Power efficiency, really powerful chip in here, low power, doesn't use much energy. We're sipping 57 watts right now, and that's with 4 drives, 2 NVMe drives. Honestly, not bad with those hard drives in there. It's quiet. I think it looks nice. Would I recommend buying it? No. No. But you tell me. Is this something you want? Did I convince you? If I did, damn. I got some more products to sell to you. That may have been one of my worst videos, or my best, or my best. No? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I didn't. So yeah, that's it. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you want to see more off the cuff stuff like this, honestly, let me know, because I'd love to do more like this. These are honestly really fun. No sponsor, no script, just a dude messing around with some new hardware. Let me know down in the comments. And I want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube members and my Patreons. You guys are my, how many bays is it? 7? You're my 8-bay NAS with 5 NVMe slots? No, 6. 6 NVMe slots and a screen that shows something other than the brand. You guys are awesome. And if you're still watching, your paper towel holder, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my God, that was terrible.